Alright then. So, for people who watched the first part, we had a bit of a retcon as a result of players disappearing, as it were. Players who couldn't make it to session, so everything's gone a bit wrong. So, as the story goes, our crew consists of 3 members. Captain Thule, who has a much longer name, nobody talks about it. Brutus Maximus, the dogfolk, and Vinlis, who is a Triton warlock. And these 3 have been hired by Lady Son of Valor. I missed the button. Lady Son of Valor to retrieve the cargo from a ship called the Porvenir, a ship that's run aground at Falkay. And they managed to get to the ship and boarded it, moving through the upper decks and upper cabins, finding a lot of mystery, not a lot of crew. This ship should be filled with crew, and there is nobody. Very strange, but we come back to them as they're moving down to the lower gun deck. Let me pull up here we go. Moving down to the lower decks of the ship. They just fought what seemed to be a man with a pumpkin on his head in the upper decks and moved down towards the lower decks. And as you come down onto this deck, you see ahead of you, towards the bow of the ship, 2 doors, one to the left slightly ajar, and strange noises coming from inside it. One to the right seems to be closed. And looking around further astern, what seems to be blood trails leading to a mass of some sort of red stuff. Hopefully it's, jam, something nice. Don't think it is. So, the intrepid crew of No Ship here. What do you wish to do?
I just had a very strange feeling. It was like time just slipped away from me. I don't know, deja vu, let's call it. Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. It's something very, very wrong. Very wrong and very incorrect.
Maybe there's something in that stew. Something smells off down here, Captain.
I think you're right.
No, it's not me.
Where is everybody? Where have they gone? Yeah, we'll have a quick head count.
The machetes.
Oh. We've got Brutus.
Aye.
And we've got Vinnish.
Hi.
When I came down here, I thought there was more of us.
I think you're mistaken, sir.
Oh, am I? Oh, I told you it was a bit strange. It was that stew, like you said.
Where's that guy? Is he still coming down the stairs?
I'll look up the stairs and see if the NPC's still with us.
He's at the top of the stairs. Oh, cat stream.
No, that's my familiar.
Oh, familiar stream. Yeah. Captain Yodamin. You expect him to be following you. He's still at the top of the stairs, looking down at you. Seems like he might wait and see if you get attacked by something before he follows you down.
You're coming down, Captain. To your ship. It's your ship, isn't it?
No, you'll remember Captain Yodamin had mentioned he was captain of another ship.
That's
he was
right.
shipwrecked and rescued by the Porvenir, but nobody else in the Porvenir seems to be alive, so mysterious that you managed to find this man.
Loki.
He managed to keep himself alive by his wits and guile.
Machetes. Right.
It's quite handy, having big knives.
Captain, there's a pile of horribleness down there. I suggest we don't go there just yet.
Was it upstairs that there was all those hammocks and things.
Right.
Is that? That
Yes.
was right.
It's where I got
Or-
this leaky thing. I gestured to the
Yeah.
instrument that keeps leaking water all over the floor.
We're on. Well, at the trail of something. Something good. Probably.
Oi, the cargo that we need to take back to get paid.
Yeah, well, let's get on about it. What's your nose telling you there, Brutus?
Well, me nose and eyes are telling me we go this way first, and I'll gesture away from the pile of gore. I'll turn around and walk off.
Right then. Always follow a man with a good nose.
If you say so.
Well, he's kept us alive this long, hasn't it?
Well, there was that one time, Captain, where, we don't need to go into that right now.
Yeah, it was handy there was a cleric nearby, that's all I'm saying.
No. It wasn't my fault, Captain. It just smelled really good. Anyway. Did you say one of these doors was slightly ajar?
Yes, this door you've approached is slightly ajar, and it sounds like there's some sort of movement inside, but you can't really judge what.
Is the door a pull door or a push door?
It would pull out towards you.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my astral tentacles, because they're still out, to pull the door open.
Alright. Sorry, 1 second. And as you do, Cassia, you awaken from a grueling fight, seemingly aboard a ship, possibly? I mean, either that or a very strangely shaped small shack with cannons sticking out of one of the walls. And as you're blinking your eyes, trying to figure out where you are, you see a door with a strange bluish-green tentacle reaching around the edge of it and pulling it open slightly.
The first thing that I do is reach down to my necklace and pull out a small compact and check my lipstick before sort of scrambling backwards, because that's basically Cass. And yeah, so I'm reaching down and I kind of pull out this my necklace opens up to a mirror, and I look in it and check my reflection, make sure that everything's on point, and then I scramble backwards because apparently there is a tentacle on the other side of this door.
And Brutus, as you start to pull this door open, there's a scrambling noise from inside, and the door opens up and you see in the corner seemingly a half-elf. Russ, would you like to describe your character?
Sure. There's a tall, slender, half-elf with long, sort of lavendery coloured hair and golden eyes standing there. She's wearing a long purple and gold gown and looks reasonably pristine given the environment that she's in. And she's kind of still staring a little bit into the mirror. And touching her face and just kind of, yeah, looks a little bit surprised to see a tentacle, or a dog with a couple of tentacles coming out of it.
Tentacles do appear to be attached to a dog.
Yes.
Most concerning.
Dog with a peg leg.
Yes.
Captain,
Yes.
it looks like there's a lady here. She might have money.
A lady, you say?
Aye, she's well, she looks startled, but now she looks like she's just staring at herself in a mirror.
Do we see if she has a reflection or not?
I can't tell from this angle.
Definitely has a reflection. Definitely have one. I guess I kind of step forward. Hi, I'm Cassia. Nice to meet you. And I smile and sort of wave.
Well, I see what I see what you mean there. Well, Brutus, as your nose didn't pick it up, it's a good job your eyes are working. Pleased to meet you,
But
Cassia.
I've only got the one.
Lovely to meet you too.
Captain Thule of a ship with currently indistinguishable means about it. We're here to relieve this particular stricken vessel of some precious cargo, but you don't meet the description, if you don't mind me saying, milady. How are you? And
I'm Cassia Pyrite. It is absolutely wonderful to meet you. I kind of like just toss my hair a little bit. I don't really know how I entirely ended up here. I was just looking for eel slime and was set upon by a bunch of eels wearing skeletons. And there were lots of them, and they were massive, and it was terrifying. But so we should probably be careful of those.
Can I make an insight check on this?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a little bit far-fetched to mine ears.
Certainly.
18.
1 second. Just fighting with my UI.
I sniff the air.
You sniff at the air.
Well, you're standing next to me, so I might smell a bit fishy.
There's definitely something fishy here.
Sorry.
Well, you're quite convinced it's not Cassia's story. Sounds perfectly
Seems
logical.
legit. I've heard that could happen before, Captain.
well then, it's a strange portal of portent that you've found yourself here with us. I like it. It's always great to have another hand since we seem to have lost a few of us. I'm not quite. My memory's gone a bit fuzzy.
Only us came here, Captain. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, I think you're right. Right.
When the mutiny
I
happened.
still see you have 2 hands. Did you normally have more then?
I was. Never mind. I think it's all going to be all right. What we must do then is formally ask you, milady, what you would be doing next in terms of eels. It's all a bit fishy, really, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Cassia Pyrite, where be you going next? And would you like to perchance join our fair party to see if we can find you those eels?
Sure. I would love to join you guys. Let us continue on. And she kind of like gather up my skirts and sort of move towards you guys.
Well, I'm Brutus. He's Vinley.
Lovely to meet you.
Vinless. Sorry, that was something in me throat.
Maybe
I struggle with names.
Oh.
Well, there weren't no cargo in there, Captain. Should we check the other room? Maybe we'll find another person.
Oh, yes, I would get the crew complete and ready for the next thing. Yes, are your arms still up for opening more doors there, Brutus? Those big, long tentacles of yours.
I'll reach one of the sort of translucent tentacles, and I'll reach across and pull the door open from afar.
Yeah.
And hope it's not locked, because that would be awkward.
And Cass, it's very disturbing when you see this dog just reach up a tentacle. For some reason, he's got tentacles coming out of the sides of him.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna go and take a step over here.
Step away a bit. Brutus,
Yes.
you move your tentacle out and it wraps around the handle of this door and rattles. Seems like it's locked.
Hmm.
Can I just try and pull it open?
Sure, make me a strength check.
Can I make that with wisdom because it's with my astral arms?
Make
Like
me a
in-
wisdom check with your astral tentacle. Yeah, sure.
17.
Yeah, the tentacle grabs around it. You focus. Think about bacon for a second. Focus. And the door rips open off its hinges.
Good job.
What
And-
bake? Oh
Very
no!
impressive.
Inside, this sort of large, what seems to be a human skeleton, inside of which is a massive greyish-green eel wrapped around sort of the innards of the rib cage with its head poking out the mouth of the skull. And it seems to be driving this skeleton or something. The skeleton's moving when the eel wants it to move, at least.
I see if I can find one of your eels.
Ugh, you have indeed.
Wait. It looks like an old friend of mine. I mean the eel, not the skeleton.
Oh,
Eel.
what's his name?
Lucy. Yeah.
Oi, Lucy.
Yeah, I don't think you would know Lucy because nobody likes wet dog.
I like wet dog. Also, I'm not a dog.
Could have fooled me.
The eel doesn't seem to respond to you yelling out, "Oi, Lucy." It seems to be working on what appear to be human body parts at this bloodied table.
Captain, this looks all kind of weird.
This whole thing is somewhat unsanitary. Look at the state of that, then. What's it doing with those bones? It's not doing us any harm.
It looks
But-
like it's living in it.
You think there's happening? Aye. Give it a poke and see what it does. Have you got anybody got a long stick?
I know how to do this, and I'll cast Mage Hand and try to push the skeleton with Mage Hand.
A long range poke.
Make me a charisma check.
Charisma check.
You focus and reach out the magical
Look at that
energies
nice
of
guy.
Mage Hand and shove against the skeleton's skull. It wobbles slightly. And then slowly this head with the eel's head inside it just turns towards you, looks directly at you.
Hi.
Anything
I
we
just
should
pick
know?
the door open, put it back.
Anything we should know about these eels, Cassia?
Just that they are incredibly difficult to fight and not very much fun at all. There were so many of them the last time I came into contact with them. Ugh.
Well, I know a lot of eels, but I've never heard of this annoyance of an eel. The way you described them.
Yes, well, I was just here searching for real slime and yeah, was set upon by a whole heap of them and
Well, we could
Despite-
turn this one into slime.
yeah,
Why would you want to turn an eel into slime?
Tastes good.
eye cream.
That too.
I'm developing my own brand of beauty products and had heard that this particular type of eel slime was quite the ingredient for it.
You know I'm 1/16th eel, right?
Only where it goes.
I'll elbow him.
Exactly.
He's slippery, is what I mean.
I'm sure.
Captain, what we doing? We killing this thing or we ignoring it?
Oh, listen. If what Cassia's saying there's going to be more of these things, I think we better get a better look at the insides of it and see what they're made of. And then besides, there might be something good in that room. There's more of us now, Cassia. Maybe between us all we could make easier work of it.
Yes, I'm sure you would be very helpful. That would be wonderful.
Do we throw the door at it, Captain?
Throw the door at it, see if it dislodges its brains or something, and we'll have a proper look in this room.
Can I attempt to throw the door through the doorway at the eel mech skeleton thing?
Make me a strength check.
Oh, he'd use wisdom because I'm using my tentacle.
To stare at you.
Hiya! Oh no!
Yeah, this eel turns to stare at you, and everybody steps back and watches Brutus wraps his tentacles around the door, hoists it up, throws it at the doorway, at which point it clatters against the edge of the door frame and falls to the ground.
Oh, well.
A reasonable attempt. Let me go and introduce myself with the sharp end of me pole axe or whatever it is I'm holding in my hands here that I seem to have forgotten. Give me a minute while I regain my memory.
You know, I could also just throw in a fireball if you want.
Throw it over my shoulder, and then when it runs, I'll smack it with me halberd. That's what it's called, isn't it? I remember now. I have a bit of amnesia there. Not sure what happened. Right.
There's definitely someone you ate, Captain.
Why is that stew? Anyway, we'll see.
As you step forwards, Captain, with your halberd at the ready, you watch as the eel inside pulls a cutlass out from the table and holds it up as if ready to fight. Roll for initiative.
Maybe I should have tried talking to it first.
Doesn't seem impressed by what you did to its door.
There. Seriously? Still, I do like my dice.
The wind has blown my wheelbarrows over.
So I am blind. Where do I find that on my sheet?
Top right corner underneath your level.
Yep. Top right corner. On any tab. It's right at the top. It's in the top bar.
Thank you.
Is that the name of your poetry anthem
nice.
collection? The wind has blown me wheelbarrows over.
No, it's just something I'll have to deal with on the break.
Right then.
Your tentacles. Alright then, Captain.
Yeah, we've all seen it. We all see the Japanese TV shows.
We walk forward with me old bird at a distance, and I give it a good hearty jab just to see what happens. I'm hoping for half an eel.
I've just seen the name of what this thing is.
I don't even see the thing.
Step forward another step. I've just got 10-foot reach, right? I don't remember how halberds work. 10-foot reach, yes. Yep, that'll do it. You step forwards and maneuver the halberd through the door. Step over the door that Brutus has helpfully left in the door frame. And slam it towards the pilot eel as it scrapes against the edge of the skeleton. You deal 13 damage.
This be a magical halberd as well, I note.
I am aware, thank you.
We all see the +1.
I haven't noted it.
No.
Anything else from you, Captain?
Well, it doesn't seem to be doing anything particular in retaliation to my immediate attempt to cut it in half.
It's got its cutlass out. It's definitely... You're not sure how an eel looks threatening, but it's got its cutlass out.
I'm not sure I like eels that have cutlasses. That doesn't sound normal. I'll give it another poke. I think I'm able to do that.
Yeah, you've got extra attack.
Oh, let's roll.
That's rubbish. It was a good roll. Damage was a bit crap.
Great crit, terrible damage roll.
Ain't that just the way of it? It's a story that's been told many times. And then as a bonus action, I'm absolutely furious that this thing has not responded immediately to my advances, and I'm going to go into a rage. I think I can do that as well.
Go for it.
Roar!
Roll on your wild surge table.
I'm very angry. Damn, I forgot about that.
Rage.
I forgot about the wall surge.
Where is my my list of things?
On the features.
Features.
The
Oh,
wild surge in your
And
features
then
list.
on the wild surge,
Wild
and then
surge.
click the button that brings up the table, and then there should be a button you can click the roll.
hit the roll. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you're a wild magic barbarian.
Oh,
You're charged within 30 feet of you.
Oh no, that's good.
Of my choice.
Yep.
Okay. I am choosing the eel inside the skeleton, and it must succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage, and I gain temporary hit points. I like this. This is good.
That is definitely a fail. Go ahead and roll me
Nice.
d12.
Ooh,
Okay,
max
then.
damage.
Nice.
I get. That was an 11 I rolled, but it said 12. So, yeah, 17. I get 17 temporary hit points.
Yep. There's a little temp box underneath your hit points box.
All right, thank you. Oh, I don't know what that was.
And apparently rolled your help again. That's a boundary bug. Ignore that. That's a better rolls bug we've found before. Okay. That's everything from you then, Captain.
Thank you very much.
Cassia. As you see the captain step in and pull out this giant axe and start slamming at the skeleton. Eel skeleton.
Yes. I start moving towards it because skeletons, eels.
There's only
Really
one
want that eel slime. So I guess I probably should cast color spray, maybe at a low level.
It's an option. Click the should be a little dice button to the left of it where the icon is. If you just click that, it'll post it in chat for us.
I don't think I see it. Sorry, I'm still learning Foundry.
Where the icon normally is, when you mouse over it.
Ah, I see.
Sorry, I could have been more clear with that.
Oh my days.
Nice dice, babe.
Damn.
Just a small colour spray, you say?
Yeah, well,
Just a
first
small
level.
colour
It's only first level.
spray. 6d10.
Wow.
Which unfortunately won't affect any of the creatures in the core at 34.
Hmm.
So yeah,
well.
you reach your hands up and blast out this colour spray, and the eel seems unaffected. Possibly because there's no colour to it. It's only grey, it's boring.
Yeah, possibly.
Captain Soul seems mostly unaffected. His hair's
Yeah.
definitely got a bit of colour to it now.
Yeah. Whoops. I totally intended to do that.
Yep. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be taking any effect on this eel. Anything else from you?
I think I'm good for the time being.
Alright then.
What colour is my
Brutus.
lovely outfit now then? Like someone's left a sock in with the wash.
Okay, I'm going to duck and weave past my companions to get into the room. Awkwardly. Go.
Who's in?
I'm going to move further in, just as far as I can. And then with my tentacles still out, I'm going to take a couple of slams against this thing with my arms of astral self. Bop. Terrible. Bop.
Very.
Much better.
That's not a miss.
Take a couple of swats at it. I imagine this thing is still looking pretty alright. But that is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to spend any key points. I'm just going to keep it as that.
Alright then. As you spin into the room and slap out your tentacles at the creature. Vinless.
I
Everybody
will
squeezing the doorway.
also walk in here, and I'm going. How do you target?
You can
double right
click,
click.
but it doesn't matter that much. Nothing's based on target. You can just go ahead and click things freely.
Then I am. Why is that? Okay. I'm going to. Why? I don't know if it's already counting my Eldritch Invocation with the Eldritch Blast, but
Yes,
I'm going
yes.
to do the Eldritch Blast.
Right.
You.
Yeah. And
you-
that's one of them, and I can do 2.
Lashed them.
Nice.
That's better.
Yep. You walk in and 2 quick hits towards this. What does the Eldritch Blast look like as you cast it?
I would say, well, I am, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to look it up on my roll of on D&D Beyond. I believe it's better explained there. I am the merit that is the Water Genie, because fitting. And I would say it looks like just a bubble. A water bubble that goes through it, and when it splashes, instead of giving water damage, it gives force damage.
Yeah. And you watch as Vinless comes into the room, arms up, and blasts these bubbles at the eel, which is definitely taking a few hits. Some of the bones are looking cracked now. There's still an eel in there. It's a very interesting sight. Anything else from you, Vinless?
Sorry?
Anything else from you? Bonus
No,
actions?
that's it.
All right.
I don't have any more. I believe I don't
Run
have.
out of
No, I
things.
don't have any bonus actions. So
All right then. And the eel, wielding its cutlass, looking around at several of you as you walk into the room. Its other hand, its left hand, reaches down to the table and picks up what seems to be a shrimp, a large shrimp-looking thing from the table. And Brutus has it lift it up towards you. You see the barrel of a gun inside this, what appears to be a shrimp pistol. That's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
That's 5 piercing.
Ouch. I'm out of temporary hit points.
oh no.
And it blasts you again with this shrimp pistol. Oh, that's a crit.
That will not hit, surprisingly.
27.
Oh no, that just hits.
That's 12 total piercing.
Ouch.
And it looks around at all of you and backs up against a wall. Oops. Cannon. Doesn't back up into a cannon. Trying to block people from being able to get it so easily. And Captain Thule. You've got it on the ropes. It's backing up.
Can I get my can I get an attack of opportunity when it moved away from me?
You've got 10 foot reach, haven't you?
Mhm.
Yep, you can. So can
And
Captain
me.
Thule, actually, because it's moved out of his reach. Yeah.
Smack him. Kabonk.
That's a hit.
Can I make that a stunning strike, to be mean?
You can certainly try. It's a wisdom save, isn't it?
Con save, please. DC 16.
That is, unfortunately.
Shame.
13 to hit.
A little bit too slow. The halberd's a bit unwieldy, and you swing at it just as it moves out of the way.
Let's make a damage roll done. I follow up with that as it retreats into the corner, and I stand as best I can between the bench and the table. And keeping my distance, using the benefit of reach, I continue my assault upon it and smack it twice more. And why has it happened? I managed to hit, I hope. There we go.
First one hits. Unfortunately, the one with terrible damage. The other one, unfortunately, just misses.
Fucking hell.
It steps out of the way slightly, how it clangs against the edge of this cannon housing.
Aye, that'll do me just now.
Alright then. Cassia.
I step into the room so I'm a little bit like closer to it. And I think I probably I'm trying to work out if I have room to cast this. Maybe we'll try color spray again.
Those rooms casting if you're not too concerned about friendly fire.
Pun?
Those rooms casting if you're not too concerned about friendly fire.
Yeah, this is true.
You don't know these people, just hit them.
Yeah, this is true. Sorry.
You know I can do the. I didn't ask how big this room is. I said I cast fireball.
Yep. Alright then.
Either that or I could just mock the eel. Well, maybe we'll mock the eel.
Mock the eel.
Well, yeah, it's the best spell of the bard. Fish's mockery.
Yep.
Exactly.
Fish's mockery.
Oh, that's terrible, but
Now-
funny.
Now it's Fish's mockery, yes.
You viciously mock the bard.
I do.
The skeleton eel. Eel skeleton. It's not a bard.
Oh no, I don't have anything to make it an eel electric.
Nice. It seems to. It reached up and clutched at its ears. Where's my camera going autofocus? Hello, I'm literally here. You're not on autofocus.
You're underwater.
God's sake. The camera's apparently decided it wants to be on autofocus.
That's fine.
You mock the eel, and it reaches up and like clasps its ears as it hears your mockery.
Yay. Even though it's yeah. And the other thing that I am going to cast as a bonus action is this.
Right then. Choose a number of creatures you can see within 60 feet of you. I assume that's the friendlies, considering you're granting them temporary health.
Yep. Pretty much.
Okay. So all of you get 5 temporary hit points.
Thank you very much.
Captain Thule, temporary hit points aren't cumulative. So
Yes,
if you
I
take
don't get
these,
them.
that's instead of the 17 you've got.
I know. I was just about to say that. I'll leave what I got. It's a greater number.
There you go.
Are we getting music just now? Was it just my ears have gone quiet?
Hey,
Sounds
should get
as-
combat music.
I can hear music.
Aye. Okay.
I can hear music.
Is
Just
the
me.
ocean singing to us?
We can all
Uh,
move a bit as well.
All of you who aren't
Oh no.
Cassia, you are able to use your reaction to move if you wish to, as a result of this Mantle of Inspiration.
I can't because I used my reaction. It hasn't come back to me yet.
That's true. So did Captain Thule.
I'm good.
Actually, it's been his turn. Captain Thule, you can use your reaction to move if you want to.
I'm good. I'm behind the table.
Alright then. Is that everything from you, Cassia?
I think so. I think I'm done.
Camera has decided it does not like the autofocus setting. This camera was a terrible choice. Alright, Brutus.
Right, after just being shot by a bullet shrimp, I'm gonna jump up onto the table. I know what I said. And kind of, as an angry dog does, I'm going to jump on the table, probably knocking stuff off, and just take 2 big swings at this unpleasant eel. I pressed the wrong button entirely, so I will try that again and press the right button. Whack. Big ol' whack.
Alright then. As you hop up onto the table, your tentacles whip out at it. How do you want to keel it?
I see what you did there. I'd like to just reach, grab the eel with my tentacles, pull it out, and just smack it on the floor till it stops writhing around.
Yeah. And as you tear it out, you do notice it does seem to be sort of attached to this skeleton somewhat. Those bits are now no longer attached to a skeleton. But you tear it out and smash it on the floor, and seemingly the threat is over.
And then I'll.
Or at least the eel is, at least.
Well, that's one problem dealt with, Captain. Ooh.
I'm gonna take a closer look to the eel.
We're gonna flop and lean against the cannon.
These are both good choices. Vin, let's go ahead and roll me investigation.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, you take a close look at this, and you're reasonably well aware of aquatic creatures in general. This looks like what you'd assume to be an aquatic eel, a regular eel, but some sort of almost bubble type thing around the head that seems to allow it to breathe on land. Obviously, it would normally be a water-breathing creature. And somehow through magics and presumably some sort of carving or something, judging by what's on the table, it managed to attach itself inside this skeleton. It seems like a fairly decent work. This definitely isn't the first time. On one of the skeleton's hands is holding a cutlass, the other one is holding this shrimp-shaped pistol thing.
This is a very, very weird eel.
Yes, they're quite terrifying. And
I agree.
They must come from a very, very dark and deep area because I've never seen them before. And I lived half my life underneath the ocean.
Not something you fancy for dinner, then, Brutus.
No, Captain, I'm not thinking about food right now. Everything hurts too much.
That stew. Oh
No,
well.
I think it's mostly the bullet hole that I've got in me.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
I'll walk over to him.
Can we maybe have a breather for a bit?
You got hit by a shrimp.
Well, it was a gun looked like shrimp.
It's not a normal shrimp. It just looks like a shrimp, but it is a gun. Or like a hand cannon or something, I don't know.
I could do with a bit of a break, Captain, before we carry on.
Have a lie down on that bed there. You'll be all right. We'll keep guard. Just heal yourself, eh?
Give me an hour.
That's fine. You don't look the best. We can hole up here and defend against whatever else, and maybe this is a good chance to share a song. Or not. It might keep.
I suppose we can.
It might keep him awake. Or you get some rest there, and well, I suppose I could have a look at this here cutlass that I picked up, and have a proper gander at it. I've not had a chance to do that, I don't think.
I'd like to take a short rest, please, DM.
Yes, as you begin preparing for your short rest. Cassia, Vinless, do you also wish to take a rest, or do you have other plans while these two are resting?
I guess I'm kind of like looking at the eel slime, maybe prodding it a little bit. But yeah.
Suitable for your needs.
Yes, maybe like gather some of it, but also probably not really doing much while we wait for.
Yeah. Well, they all seem to be waiting around for some reason, so you can lazily gather some eel slime.
Yeah.
No need to rush about this.
Yeah. Eel slime.
Right, Vinless.
I'm going to search around in this room to see if there's anything that we can use.
Yeah. So while everybody's taking rests or what appears to be scraping eels, you take a look around the space, and the more you look around in here, the more it seems like this entire space was for crafting skeletons, maybe? You see a lot of bones that seem to have the same sort of adjustments to them that this skeleton the eel was wearing has. And several small, what seems to be almost like carving tools that presumably are what the eel was using as you enter the room originally. They don't have the sort of handles you'd expect for someone with hands. They have what seem to be like paddles that would fit into a mouth, so that they could be used from the eel's mouth. Eels, as you are well aware, do not have hands.
Oh, they don't?
The only really, other than all this bits of skeletons, which are interesting but not all that useful, the shrimp pistol catches your eye. It's definitely some sort of magical item, some sort of fusion of shrimp and pistol. There's a trigger on it. You reckon you could make it fire again if you needed to?
I pick it up.
Yeah. I'll add it to your inventory. 1 second. We'll find it and then add it to your inventory.
Shrimp pistol.
Well. How you feeling there, Brutus?
Well, I think I'm feeling a bit better. Had a bit of meditation. My wound seemed to have stopped bleeding.
And he'll push himself off the bed with his hands. His tentacles noticeably have gone during the while he was resting.
What, less limbed than before?
Did that other captain stick around, or has he buggered off?
You see he's just sort of leaning against the outside of this doorway. Almost as if he's on watch. Or lazing around outside.
Yeah, he helped us out a lot in that fight, didn't he, Captain?
He's got no interest in joining us. I don't think he's earned, well, whatever it is that we're going to get. He ain't getting no share for his lack of effort, I say loudly.
He gets to stay alive is what he gets. He's pushing that line pretty thin.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got this thing. It looks interesting. This cutlass I've picked up. Which... we haven't got any more.
You gave it to Colden, who is not here, and canonically was never here, so you can have it back in 1 second.
You got a fancy sword there, Captain.
Let me find it again.
It's just the funny one that I made a joke about.
I don't have the cutlass that you had the entire time.
I think
I told you, I'm not feeling right. It's something about the ship. It's affecting my memory. I thought I had a sword. It was a green one. It kind of looked a little bit strange. I gave it to someone. I think it must have been hallucinating or something. But anyway, I've had a look at it. If you ever find it, it's there. I can sense it just beyond my very reach.
Well, Captain, of course you can't see it. It was an invisible sword, remember?
And how
You're right,
did you
you
know
are.
you had it?
We made that joke that it's like a firm handshake. If you meet someone you don't like, you can pretend to shake their hand and stab them with it.
Right.
But
Right.
Remember that, Vinless?
if the sword is invisible, how do you know you got it?
Well, you see, you remember, you were there. It was upstairs. It was, look, we couldn't see it. It was like on the wall. We could see the dust around it. And then we found it. I felt out and got it.
And you
we
grabbed
worked out
it.
that Captain can turn it on with a magic word.
No,
Yes.
I believe I was in my ring at the moment.
I'm getting confused as well now, Captain.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll continue as if nothing has changed.
Did they situate any of that stew? Was
Have
it just
you-
us?
Oh, I don't know. Let's crack on there. How are you done with that eels there, Cassia? Is that everything you came for?
Yes. Yes, I am well equipped. Thank you so much for your assistance in the slaughter of the eel. Hopefully, we don't run into the rest of them.
Are you?
Cassie and we should probably mention some bad news. This ship has run aground and is on a remote island, so really the only way to get back to the mainland is to probably stick around with us and then come with us when we leave. So,
That
and I'll just like rub my nose, like pretty, like, you know, you can stick with us if you want.
Thank you. I would love to join you on your adventurings.
Well, there
You
you
never know,
go.
we might
Then.
all die down here.
Don't
How are
say
you with
that.
cooking, girl?
That would be unfortunate. Oops.
Apparently, the boat is a little bit flooded.
Yeah, there's holes in parts of this deck you can see down into what you assume to be the cargo hold. There should only be one below here, and that's definitely flooded at least a couple of feet deep.
I don't think we're sailing this ship out of here, Captain.
A lot of
Well-
blood.
Maybe we can try and find something in the cargo hold.
That's
Well, that's what
No.
we're looking for.
what we're here for.
Well-
But we don't want to get any nasty surprises. So let's
Like,
just.
remember that you remember that quartermaster up top deck, Captain. Thing burst out his chest.
Yay, that was very unfortunate. I had to kill it too. It was a crab or something.
Wait,
Oh, yeah,
we were playing D&D, not Alien.
What's an alien?
What's
anyway,
a D&D?
Captain,
Sometimes.
Let's go.
Captain Pisser or whatever. Captain Urine.
Captain
Jeez,
Urine.
Come on, hurry up.
We'll follow it. I mean, this doesn't look right, does it? This looks like a big pile of blood in the shape of an art. What's that about?
It smells horrible.
It does. I don't need a dog's nose to
Yeesh.
tell that. What about this then, Cassia? You reckon you could use this? Is this any use to you? What the hell is it?
No, definitely not.
Why is there? What do I see in this thing as I approach it? Is it? Can I see any detail of what it actually is made out of?
Seemingly a horrible mess of something. I mean, it looks almost like blood and flesh, possibly. I mean, you were looking for the crew. This could be the crew. It doesn't seem to have any notable shape to it.
Well, what do you think? What's your opinions on this then, my crew?
Doesn't look like cargo.
It looks like a
Might have
tragic.
once been people.
You think so? Not eel.
No, definitely not.
What
Kind
could
of
do
gather up my.
this?
Is anything moving in this pile?
Doesn't seem to be. There's definitely what seems to be holes in it that you think something could crawl into or out of, but nothing seems to be moving within it, about it, as it currently is.
Really
We-
don't like this, Captain.
I'm gonna ask my familiar, which is always there and sitting on my shoulder, to see if he can find something in the hole.
And
I'm
you're
gonna make him.
And
Look in
just
the
as the
hole, but I
cat,
don't-
just as the cat jumps down, I just say, Vinius, be careful. Let's just prepare ourselves before you send your friend down there. I think maybe taking a step or two back might be quite useful.
Oh yeah, well, I'll take a step back. But
I'm go-
you don't have to worry about my friend there. If he gets hit, he will just goes back to his.
I
his own
can
plane.
assure you I'm not worried about him one bit.
Okay.
I'm going to hide behind this gear cannon.
You're such a coward, Captain.
Oi.
Cross my arms and stay where I am.
You let the little monkey scamper off his shoulders. It runs off into the.
I'm-
Go ahead.
I'm going to look through my familiar's eyes while doing that, while he's walking into that hole.
Yeah.
And it's still a monkey. It's not a cat. It's a monkey.
And your party's used to this, so Brutus stands next to you and makes sure you don't get attacked by anything while you are looking through the eyes of your familiar. And you watch the little monkey as it scampers off into this hole. And seemingly it's a dark tunnel, and then what seems to be maybe a small cavern. It's empty within this structure. As the monkey scampers around in there, its front paws step into some, it looks at it, it's some sort of slime, greyish slime. It wipes it off on the deck, scampers around a bit more. It seems to be empty in here. All these tunnels, from the looks of it, seem to lead to the same place, the central cavern within this mass, but there doesn't seem to be anything in there apart from slime and drippings.
I call my familiar back and I go out of my trance and like, well, that didn't give us anything.
Did your monkey tell you? But he's got loads of tails. An infinite amount, you might say.
Yeah. But this doesn't have any tails. I mean, I don't know what that thing is, but it's just full of slime and emptiness. There's nothing in there.
Looks like there's blood going to that door at the back. Or coming from that door. Hard to tell. Captain Yoren, keep up.
I'm gonna wait for Captain Yoren to catch up and move
He
past.
seems to have sat on that bench while you were investigating that thing, and then he slowly sort of wanders over as you're waiting for him.
You got those two machetes, you better use them if we get attacked again.
Stand at the door. Right, team, right, crew, are you ready? We're gonna open it on 3. 1, 2, open the door.
Captain.
Aye, Captain.
It's bloody
You open the
messy.
door and
Um,
inside there is a
I don't
mess.
see a lot, but
What seems to be the tiller, the inner part of what you consider the rudder of the ship. This controls the direction of the ship. And stood next to it one of these eel skeleton things. There doesn't seem to be any eel inside, it's just a skeleton standing there holding a spear.
Bloody hell. I take a couple of steps to the right and go down the other side.
I take my what is it I have? I take my quarterstaff and I smash the skeleton to pieces.
Yeah. It doesn't take a lot, you hit it, it falls apart pretty much. Doesn't seem like it's really held together all that well without it.
At least the eel can't use it.
Host without
Right.
a body.
It's
Yeah.
disappointing.
This might be a long shot, but can I sniff the skeleton to see if I can smell anything not skeleton?
Yeah.
Like if I
go
can
ahead and
smell
roll a
for
perception
any
check.
The dog wants a bone.
perception check.
Yep, with advantage because I'm sniffing.
Oh,
Sorry.
27 twice.
Okay. Yeah, you sniff it. It definitely smells like it's recently had eel in it. Why am I out of focus again? I've not moved camera.
Am I able to track where the smell has moved to?
You sniff around, you sniff the air. Yeah, there's definitely eel in here. There's definitely eel in that direction, behind that barrel, near those ropes, in those sailcloths, in those sacks in the corner.
Oh
And
no. Guys, I
as you
think we're in a
start to look
trap.
around, you see all these eel skeletons emerging from wherever they could hide a human-sized skeleton around this room, crawling out of sacks and ropes, piles of sailcloth, and you see one at the door, closing it. Roll for initiative.
What beans?
That's at least better than the last one.
At least we didn't get surprised by them.
No, the captain is last.
That's
Mind
alright,
you.
there's only 5 of them. It's one for each of us. And a spare.
Okay.
Well,
And as Brutus, you all see as Brutus sniffs the air and just starts to yell out a warning, Cassia, as he brings you into awareness. Start combat, thank you. As he brings you into awareness that these things are, you look around, you see these starting to. What do you wish to do?
I would probably shout something very offensive at them because they've just appeared and I'm terrified. And they're really ugly frigging skeletons with eels coming out of them, and yeah, they're horrible.
it's not nice.
Actually hitting the dice things. And it's probably the one that's closest to me that I am going to shout at.
This one,
And then
directly south of you. Which fails its save. As you scream insulting things at it.
yeah.
How rude.
And
As word.
then I'm probably gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Captain Thul.
Captain privileges.
Yeah.
Alright
Maybe.
then. Give me a second. There we go. Alright, Captain Thul, you are inspired. Bardically. With a little marker. Alright, Vinless.
That bar in the middle
Yes.
can I shoot over it,
Yeah,
or
it's
is it
sort
like
of.
a wall?
No, it's the tiller. It's the beam that controls the rudder. It's a large bar at about chest height, but you can definitely shoot over it, stab under it.
Okay, well,
You can move about it. You just don't want to shift it because then the ship starts to turn.
but I see there are 2 here in this area, in the part where I am. So I'm gonna test something first. I'm going to shoot one Eldritch Blast at one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see if this will work.
It will work. It just looks very weird on the Foundry side. It also appears to have rolled 4 times.
I've rolled too much. Sorry.
I'll take the first
Just
2.
take away the last 2.
Yeah, the first 2 both miss, unfortunately. So
Oh,
first 2
yeah.
bad
The
rolls.
17 also misses.
Is a 17 in there? I'm not seeing a 17.
Yeah, 10 and
Just making-
17.
Why am I seeing
I
different numbers?
think that 17 would be a hit, so that's 5 damage.
Yeah,
well,
17 in
13.
there. We'll take 17. These aren't rendering properly for me then. 17 and I'm seeing a 2 and a 9 for some reason.
Yep.
I think
2,
they're
9,
they're the
8,
rolls.
12.
Yeah, they're the dice that are rolled, but then it's +8 on both of those.
Oh, thank you. Paul's doing the maths for me. That makes sense. So I don't know. Yes, 17 will hit. Sorry. 5 damage,
Yeah.
you said.
That's 13.
Alright. Perfect. That's just enough to essentially just blast one of them. It just falls apart.
Ooh, these are more brittle than the others. That's good to know.
But wait, how much damage did I roll then? Because I should have +5 to the damage because I have Agonizing Blast.
Yes, it's on there.
It's
So
on
roll
there?
5
Okay.
+5 for Agonizing Blast +3 for Genie's.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
even know I had that.
that's not showing for me. That's just showing. It's not showing the +5 on that.
No.
There's weirdness occurring.
No, I've caught it now that Paul pointed it out.
Yeah. So
The
that would have been 18 in total.
D&D Beyond link, the Beyond Foundry, whatever it's called, it displays the
Well-
cards really horribly.
Yeah, then I'll just keep rolling with Foundry.
It's functional, it just looks horrible.
Yeah.
No
But
worries.
then that's the other one was a miss, so
Alright. Anything else from you?
I move up here.
Get back to a wall.
That's it.
Brutus. You've
Okay,
sneaked out the ambush.
Okay. Let me just check something super quick, which I've changed what I was going to do, so sorry about that.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm going to vault over this rudder control. I forgot what it's called, even
Tiller.
though you said it like
The
4
word's
times.
tiller.
That's the one. I'm going to
You're
vault
a
over the
pirate,
tiller.
you should know these things.
I'm the muscle. I don't care about controlling the ship.
I'm going to move up here, so that's 3 of them within 10 feet of me, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to focus, and then use a key point to make tentacle arms burst out of me at these 3 creatures, and I'm going to cast Arms of Astral Self to bring the
Nice.
tentacles back out.
Yep.
So each one of those needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Please.
Yep. Got it. 1 second.
And I believe it's 16 because it'd be the same as everything else.
Yes. It's your 1 DC for all your monk abilities. They all
Yep.
fail.
Excellent. So they will take
2d6.
2 of my martial die rolls, which I'll just roll unarmed strikes because it's the same
Yep.
thing. Hang on. Sorry. Is it D6 right now?
It is a d6.
It's V6. So what do I need to roll? Just 2d6.
Just 2d6.
2d6. Kapow! So they all take 6 force damage. And my tentacle arms are back out.
Yeah.
Bonus action, I'm going to spend another key point, do Flurry of Blows. And we'll bop bop at the one right next to me.
Technically, you didn't make an attack action, so it's great.
Okay, I'm happy to not do it.
I mean, you missed anyway, so.
Well, if it's not an. Oh, sorry, actually, I misread that. Arms of Astral Self isn't an action; it's a bonus action. So I will just action to hit twice.
Fair enough.
I'll give myself
You
back
just
the key
punched
point, but I'll still punch. And they
You
both
miss
miss
again.
anyway. Bad and worse.
You rolled a 1 on both your dice, somehow.
That's not questionary. That is my turn.
Alright then. Brutus whipping tentacles around and missing most things. Captain Thule, you have to duck a couple of tentacles.
Yay. Along with my time waiting for Brutus to heal, I also had a look at that scythe that I picked up, which was kind of what I was thinking of. And I've got it in my hand walking into this room, giving it a wee bit of a shot. And I swing it round just to see if it can connect with this one up here to my right. And yeah, I'm going to speak its command word. And it sparks into green flame shimmering along the blade.
Yep. Let's set that up as an alternate roll, actually. That would have been useful for past
And
being flipped
then
up. You didn't.
I will 23 for 13.
Definitely hits.
Duration. It takes additional 1d6. So I drew 1d6. I think that's not been taken into account.
I didn't put it in. It's fine.
16.
Right then.
And it has to make a DC
That's
15 wisdom saving throw.
As you level out the sight of the headless sea horseman, and you slice across this skeleton, how do you want it to die?
When the green eeriness hits it, I want the green to sparkle right across its body and seemingly rip it apart from the middle outwards, the blade, and it just separates and eviscerates itself back into the corner of the room. It's quite spectacular.
As the flame wraps around this skeleton and it just tears into its component parts, the skeleton bones explode across the room, clattering against the wall, bumps, and Gordon's familiar's back. This one is
Now
very dead.
Take a step forward next to me trusty crewmate Brutus and bring it back round for a second attempt.
Nice.
And then again, because it hits, the same thing, an extra damage. I actually don't want to roll 6 in this because the effect will go away. That's 6
Alright,
points
you-
of damage.
With momentum from that swing, you step forward and swing across this other one. Not quite as good a blow. You've not got the balance right yet with this scythe, and it's still standing, but the fear flame licks across it. Very injured. Needs to make a wisdom save against the fear, which it completely fails and is frightened of you. Alright. Anything else from you, Captain?
Nothing at all, thank you.
Alright. And as the captain's stepping forward and doing this, you all hear from outside a yell, "Parasites!" And the clash of machetes outside the room.
He took his time.
That's going on. The eels make their turn. Seal needs to run away from Captain Thule. 5, 10. You can all make attacks of opportunity against this eel because it's just going to run its full distance. So
Bop it.
it doesn't make it that far as you all swing at it as it starts, and it just collapses to the ground with the momentum of trying to get across the room.
Bones rolling across the floor.
This one in the corner is going to step towards Inlis and try and swing a short sword at you. You see as it comes towards you, Vinlis, the short sword crackles with electricity across it. Some sort of lightning imbued in the sword. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It's 5 piercing and 4 lightning damage. 9 total.
Okay. 5 piercing.
5 piercing, 4 lightning.
Then it's damn, I need to do math. And then I will react to that with a hellish rebuke.
Yep, go for it.
Did it work? No. It 21 damage if it's not saving. Otherwise, it will be half, I believe.
Yeah, it saves. It's still enough to kill it. It basically slams its sword at you. You turn around to it and it just dies.
Even though the spell says it's fire damage, I think it's more fun to flavor it as water damage because of the Water Genie and
It's
Aquatic
definitely
Creature
cold
and everything
damage
like
for
that.
you. Yep.
Just
As
flavor it like that.
It swings towards you and you just turn, reach out your hand, and water crashes against it, smashing it against the wall, just collapses to the ground. This
I'm
last
Aquaman,
eel
but like
here.
a pirate.
He's going to step towards Cassia and swing at her. Again, you see this short sword seems to be imbued with lightning. 22 to hit, Cassia.
That hits.
That's 11 total damage, 6 piercing, 5 lightning.
Okay, so I will do that. Yes.
And then it's your turn, Cassia.
Cool. Well, I am probably going to scream more insults at it because that hurt and was really rude. And how dare it touch me?
Completely fails that. And yeah, what are you going to scream at it as it dies?
Probably going to be insulting its mother and its father and all of its ancestors. And like, just how dare it touch me? Like, seriously? Getting its like bony fingers all over my dress? How rude.
Yeah. How dare he?
And as you
The
insult this
audacity.
eel's parentage, it just collapses to the floor.
I've never seen that happen before.
Quite
Well,
impressive.
apparently she had a bone to pick with him.
Nice.
I don't get it.
Yeesh.
Alright. Anything else from you, Cassia?
I think I'm good for the time being.
Alright. Vinless. As far as you can tell, all the eels in here are dead, but there's definitely fighting going on outside that door. You can hear something slamming up against the door, at least.
Come in. Oh wait, no, don't come in.
Doors, you'll remember, do open away from you. They open in the main room, so you'd have to... Whatever's slamming against it, you'd have to push against that to get out.
Is there like a porthole or a little window in the side towards the deck or towards where we came from?
Not so much a intended porthole. There's a few cracks in the wall here. You can definitely get an eye through.
I'm gonna peek.
Yeah. And you see what seems to be 2 more of these skeleton creatures are out there fighting the Captain Uramin, the man who you'd found in the upper decks who had followed you down this far.
And the guy is with these skeletons?
No, he's fighting them. He's yelling,
Okay, so-
"Parasites, get off the ship!" And trying to slash his machetes at both of them.
How well can I aim through the cracks?
Not too well. You're not quite sure. You don't tend to fire through small cracks in the walls. You're not sure what would get through. You definitely try something. It will be a disadvantage, essentially. They've got full cover.
No, then I'll just open the door.
Yeah, you shove the door open, knocking this one off balance slightly.
And then I will well, this guy's dead, so I can stand on top of him.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'll just blast them with my Eldritch Blast, the first one at least.
Yeah, you basically just come up behind it, slam this bubble straight to the back of its head. It just is. Captain yells, "Yes!"
I will do the same thing to the other one, but from here.
Yeah, blast it. Yep, perfect hit. How do you want to kill this last one?
And then I will... This one is dead, or...?
They are
Not yet.
both dead. From that hit.
Okay.
Yep. It's you.
You okay?
Yes. Have you killed all the parasites?
Well, they're eels. They're not parasites.
Parasites on the ship. And as you defeat these parasites, I think that's a good spot to take a quick break. So you defeated what seemed to be the rest of the eels in the room that holds the tiller. Still no sign of the cargo. So presumably it's in the bottom deck in the cargo hold. And you continue on.
Are we sure that thing we were looking for is here?
It must be. They wouldn't have gone to all this trouble getting us here in the first place if it weren't. And she were very persistent, so she were.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I should go down the cargo hold and look for if it's there. Since you guys can't breathe on the water, I mean, I can take a peek.
On the looks of it, it's only a couple of feet deep down there. It's not quite the full height of the room yet.
Always think your fellow party members are like 90% stupid.
That's a good rule.
While they're discussing the intelligence of the party, I'll turn to Cassia and I'll just say, "Are you alright there? You got hit pretty hard."
I took a little bit of damage. Yes.
Right, well, they kind of jumped us. It weren't the best situation, but feel free to stay behind me and the captain. We're good at taking hits. That's what we're here for.
Thank you.
Don't want you to die first day on the crew. Be awkward.
Yes, that would be less than ideal.
Oi. Bunch of eels here you'd be able to take to make more of your cream stuff.
Yes.
But my nose says there might be something in that box over there. I'm gonna go over to the treasure chest.
Yeah.
We'll attempt to open said chest as well.
Scroll down past the page. It's not locked at all. There's a small hasp on there you flip open.
I shall open it with my tentacles.
You open it tentacularly. It seems to be full of skeletons of fish. You're aware of fish. You live on a ship most of the time, but you're not entirely sure what sort of fish these are from the bones. Big fish.
Rummage around, see if there's anything else other than bones in there.
Yeah, dig around. At the bottom there seems to be a number of shiny objects.
Oh, scoop them shiny objects right up.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Ooh. 7.
Find about 7 rubies down there.
Whoa, score. I put them in my pocket.
Yeah. Otherwise, it seems like it's mostly skeletons in here.
Right, we should probably catch back up. Oh, Captain, I found some loot.
Well done, son. Well done. Right.
Nice.
Let's get down these stairs then. Get down the
These
stairs.
go up.
In the water. A bit further.
Yeah, these down over here.
Yeah.
Good job staying alive, Captain Urine.
I just jump down here.
Yeah, jump straight down the hole. Easy enough. Just move the captain.
It's water. I love water.
That's what I like about Vinless. He sees water and he jumps in it. He's like a faithful hound. He can't keep out of it.
What's your big Captain?
Well, there is a reason why I like water. I mean, I am amphibious.
He's a fish boy.
Yeah, and Vinless leaps straight down into the water.
That's like 2 feet deep.
Dives on his nose.
Vinless, as soon as you're down here, it feels very different down here. You look around and suddenly it feels like you're not just in the bottom of a ship. It feels almost like you're in a creature of some kind. The walls are pulsating weirdly with the light. What you assumed were spurs of the ship seem more like ribs from down here. Coral and growths covering the walls.
Are we inside Monstro?
I look down over,
You thought you were inside a
And-
ship.
see the glowing, and what? Vinless, what have you done? What have you done? What's happening?
What I did is, I saw water, I jump in it. That's it.
Right. And given your best estimations, why is the thing glowing? I'm still
Did
above, looking down.
Anybody bother to ask what exactly happened to the ship?
Well, that's less of a concern to us than finding what is still inside it. We've been sent
I
to
don't
rescue.
knows what happened
If
to ship.
there is something inside the ship, I'm starting to think the ship is inside something.
We've been eaten by the Kraken. I knew it would
Well,
happen.
Kraken.
Was it?
I told you I met a Kraken, Captain.
Well, you did.
I'm sticking my head underwater to see what the bottom is made of.
Yeah. You stick your head down there, and the bottom of once you get your head under there, seems almost like greyish blue flesh. It's definitely not the wood you'd expect to be finding at the bottom here. The more you look around on here, the more it looks like everything down here is organic, and definitely not the bottom of the ship you were expecting.
I'm still looking around and like.
As far as you can tell, it's not sinking. The hull isn't breached at all. You're not sure how all this water's in here. But definitely doesn't feel like you're in a ship now.
Sorry. Yeah, there's no wood down there.
What? What are you talking about, son?
It's flesh. We're walking on flesh.
It'll make no sense. I'm going to come down. And I jump down next to him.
You jump down, you feel... It doesn't feel like jumping into wood at all. I mean, you land in a couple of feet of water, but it definitely feels like there's some give down there underneath it.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
be...
It's a living being that we're in.
It looks
Oh,
like the
you know
ship
it's
up
living.
there.
Yeah, it's probably big enough to have eaten it and this bottom part just broke off or something.
Brutus, Cassia, you want to get
What?
down here? See if you can make some sense
I'm
of
already
it.
down here, Captain.
Good on you. Well done. Didn't know she'd come down.
I'm only milk.
Cass has gathered up all of her skirts so that they're like in a futile attempt to keep them out of whatever it is that's down here, and just kind of is looking very dubiously at the ground.
Don't be afraid, Cass. It's just water.
Yeah, Grace, and just kind
Yeah.
of
Water and potentially a sea monster.
yeah.
As you look around here, seemingly what you would assume was the cargo is still floating in this water. There's barrels of what you'd assume would carry the sort of things you put in barrels, crates that you assume would carry the sort of things you put in crates. There's ropes that seem to be sort of gently meandering through the water. Bit weird.
As long as they're not
But
eels.
the walls are fleshy and what looks like bones where you'd expect spars. Towards the stern of the ship, what seems to be a greenish membrane that blocks off the last part of the cargo hull. What you don't see down here are the marked crates that Lady Sandoval had asked you to look out for.
We don't see... we see anyone see those crates? Remember, they've got that emblem on them that we were told about, an S with a kite or whatever it were.
I'm gonna see the upper side of this room, because I do have a feeling those
Benless,
are the.
be careful. He just goes running off when he sees water. He doesn't think about things.
Nah, I'm checking
guess.
out what, because this looks like. Well, have you ever seen the open mouth of a whale?
He's just young. I say to Brutus, he's just young. He's full of the impetuousness of youth.
Brutus looks deep in thought and seems to be mostly ignoring you. He's thinking very hard. It takes a lot of time and effort.
Captain, have you ever seen a whale opening its mouth?
Yes, we have. You know, when we were on the ship on the way out to the Isles, we saw a whole school of them breaching, and that one was very close. Thought it was going to cope us over, but yeah, it opened up. What are you saying?
This looks like the inside of the mouth of a whale. I mean, you know, the way they filter the krill out of the water.
Can I look at what he's saying? Do I see the same? Do I draw the same conclusion?
You've seen whales before. Make me a nature check. It definitely doesn't look like what a ship should look like, that's for sure.
I'm not that good at nature, but I am gonna try.
Oh, you can definitely tell.
Oh.
You're tuned with sea creatures. But the captain, you have a look at it, and yeah, you can see what Vinlis means. It definitely looks like the sort of the baleen plates that you'd see on a baleen whale's mouth opens its mouth wide, sucks in all the water, and as you're stepping forward looking at it, it does
like brushes.
open up, water rushes in. Make me a strength saving throw, Captain. Vinlis, you're fine, you're amphibious. And water rushes in, you just go, yep, water.
I'm like, give it to me.
You're 14.
Yeah, you stand up to it pretty much as the water rushes in and sort of splashes backwards. Brutus casts further back, you'll see this sort of wave of water splashes over, shifts back towards you.
When we came to this ship,
Yes.
we came to it, like we approached it from the aft, right?
Yes.
Did we get a look
bow
of
of the
what the
ship
tiller
was-
looked like physically?
Make me an intelligence check.
Oh, I'm not good at intelligence. 17, that's not bad.
You don't really remember. You definitely saw the tiller, the part that would extend down towards the rudder.
That's the bit I meant.
The tiller was fine, but you didn't see any part of the rudder itself, any part of what would have been under the water level.
Based on what the lady who hired us, whose name I totally remember,
Lady Sandovala.
did she say anything about the boat, like how it's special in any way, shape, or form?
She said it had been shipwrecked here. She said that it was carrying cargo. She didn't say anything special about the boat. She seemed to imply that it was one of the boats of her company, that it was valuable because it was a ship of the line. She didn't say there was anything unusual about it.
Okay.
In fact, you'll remember she suggested that you sail it back.
Okay, direct question. Has Brutus ever heard of like ships merged with sea creatures to make them faster?
Nature check.
I don't think he has.
Nope.
No, you can't see how that would be possible. I mean, a ship's a ship. It's made out of wood. Fish aren't made out of wood. How would you put the two together?
Is
Well,
Brutus
fish.
saying this loudly?
No, but he's like muttering to himself. He's going, "Well, wood floats, but fish aren't made out of wood, so they don't float." Well, wait, I'm going. Fish do float. Seems to be getting himself confused and tying himself in circles.
Oh.
Till he gets bored of this own notion and then starts looking around, going, "Oh, well, what's going on?"
I think I would hear him say something about boats and ships merged, something like, well, my people don't merge them, but we do use saddles that might look like your ships on sea creatures, but that's mostly underwater.
Just look like a saddle. Or just upwards?
It's like a big saddle, you could say. Yeah.
So if we like look up towards the ceiling of this, would we see flesh or would we see wood at the deck above?
You look up, it looks like wood at the top. You see sort of the ceiling above you, what would be the bottom of the lower gun deck, is wood. Parts of the walls coming from there are wood. Then it changes into this greyish flesh stuff. These ribs that are coming up from this level supporting the deck above.
So
And that
Yeah.
water rushing in, does it happen every so often?
Yeah, it seems to be sort of. I mean, you've seen baleen whales. It's about the same speed that a whale feed, but this doesn't look like the inside of a whale.
Hmm.
We'll
What's
start
through
heading
these
to the
doors?
rear of the building.
They're open cells. You can see they're just iron bars, so you can see
All right.
what looks like maybe a brig, 2 cells for a brig, or maybe storage of special goods.
Anyone get the sight on these crates? We've got to get out of here. It's not right. It's not how ships should be. Ships don't breathe and vibrate and certainly don't take in water.
Um,
I start looking
while
through
everyone-
crates for.
how,
Well-
Brutus, how is your? I know your smell's good, but how is your hearing?
What?
Are you? Can you hear better than the average humanoid?
I don't know. Oh, well, can you hear?
Well, I was wondering if you could maybe hear a heartbeat or something.
I
Scale
put
from
my
1
head
to, like,
against.
20-ish.
I put my head against Vinless's chest. Yeah, I can hear your heart.
You can hear a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
but I'm not talking about my heart. You know what? I was just looking on the water, and I'm just dropping myself on my back that my ears are underwater, and I'm just gonna listen.
Yeah?
I'm gonna push his monkey into the water.
No, monkey, he's a familiar. He can survive.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
Monkey doesn't seem to react.
He sits on my tummy.
I'm gonna carry on wandering down to the art
Yeah.
end of the ship.
Want me
Well,
to
that's
roll a
going
perception
on.
for listening?
No, it's quite obvious, really. Once you stick your head down there, you listen, there's definitely what seems to be a heartbeat. It
How
seems to be
much-
coming
how-
from further astern, possibly
I'm
behind
listening
this.
also to how much time there's between beats.
It's very slow. You can hear what you'd assume to be individual valves, or you're not really that aware of how hearts work, honestly, but there's definitely multiple bits to this beat. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
But it takes a very long time before the next. Because to explain, an elephant only has a beat once every half hour.
It's not quite that slow. You can definitely hear there is a beat pattern. It's slower than you'd expect most sea creatures you've met to have, but
Well, if it's a whale, it could have a very slow heartbeat because it's a big creature.
you can
Yeah,
hear a few.
guys, I think we are inside a creature and it's big.
Where's the other half of it then?
Well, I don't know, but I hear the heartbeat, and it's very slow, which means it has size.
Hmm.
I've been
The
making my way.
heartbeat, is that when it lights up? Sorry, Captain.
I've been working my way down through the crates just to double check each one isn't something that we need to find.
Maybe an investigation check. Starts with IN.
19.
Yeah, you dig through these crates. None of them are marked with what you've been told to look out for, the symbol of the adventure. There are a lot of these crates are broken apart, and throughout them and throughout the rubbish here. There's a lot of sort of deformed, fleshy sacs that are almost see-through.
Like jellyfish.
Not really. You've seen jellyfish before. They're shaped like a dome usually. These are shaped almost like a bottle. But definitely fleshy. They have some give to them, but the shape is a bottle, definitely.
What do you make of these then? What is going on here? Did you find anything, Brutus?
I don't know. I found anything.
You're
Anything at
looking
the very back here.
what seems to be a membrane, a greenish membrane that you'd assume there's more ship thing behind this because the other floors were longer. There's a small hole in it that seems to open and close slightly, almost like breathing.
Does this membrane look like it matches the rest of the fleshiness, or it doesn't look abnormal in this creature? I mean, obviously it's abnormal in a ship, but it's abnormal in terms of this creature.
It's a building a ship of the line. It looks like part of the creature, definitely.
Okay,
Through it,
how
you can
wide
sort of see.
the hole?
You might be able to fit through it if you squeeze when it
I'm
opens.
only little.
I have a theory.
Well,
This is a giant sea cucumber, and it breathes through its anus.
That's a horrifying thought, Captain.
No,
Yes.
because we see bones. Sea cucumbers do not have bones.
Yeah, but this is a really big sea cucumber.
Then it still doesn't have bones.
Have you ever seen a really big sea cucumber?
I lived half my life underneath the sea. I've seen almost every sea creature alive.
But have you seen a really big sea cucumber with bones?
A sea cucumber, by definition,
Now,
has no
Brutus,
bones.
were you about to go down that there aperture?
Oh yeah, Captain. I'm going to attempt to get through that hole and not get stuck and hopefully not like damage this thing.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
And I'm gonna do I'm gonna dive through like a bullet dive through the hole as it stretches out.
Alright then. Make me an
Not too
acrobatics check.
I am a
Can I-
monk, remember? 26.
Yeah. You watch it for a couple seconds, it pauses, it opens, it pauses, it opens, closes, and start your dive, and as it opens you just pass completely through. You don't even touch the sides. Little stylish roll at the end. Oh, hang on. I can't move your token.
There's a wall in the way.
There is a wall in the way, but I also can't move your door.
That sounds problematic.
And as you get through, you see what seems to be a large clam. And then behind it, crates marked with the logo you're looking for. What seems to be the back of this ship creature. Branches of coral. Rock formations covered in small holes.
Oh dear. These holes are similar size to what was in the gore pile.
The crates, they're a lot smaller.
Okay.
What do you see, Brutus?
It looks like the crates are back here, which means there's probably a way to get that hole open bigger.
Actually, do the crates look like they would fit being passed through the hole? Or is there
Probably
anything in
if you-
here that wouldn't fit?
It'd take you a bit of time, but I mean, you've dived through it, you've seen it from both sides. It's fairly thin, you could probably cut it. If you need to make a bigger hole, you could just cut it open, definitely.
I'll
It's just a thin membrane.
You could probably cut you.
Does it have any like scarring on it?
Not from the looks of it.
Well, if what you're saying is true, and this is a beast of the sea that's not a cute sea cucumber, it's like some sort of whale or something, I don't think I want to be poking around in it. It might already be in pain having a ship attached to it, but we could try and jump through like Brutus did. He made it look really easy, he did.
Captain, if it'll change your mind, it looks like all the loot's back here.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we need to
I'll
jump
see.
through.
Let's just, can I
Loot's
climb
there,
through
we
it?
gotta go to get there.
I
I'll
could
try
maybe
and
try
do-
and stretch the hole.
We'll try and do what Brutus did. He made it look so easy.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna step out the way of the hole.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely... Brutus doesn't look like he's that good at this. You could definitely do that.
Wow.
You
He's full.
watch
Right here.
the hole, you time it, you
He's full of
do the
surprises.
little pause that he
Right.
always does before he starts anything.
Stand back.
You
I'll
roll
make myself.
acrobatics.
I'll make myself all streamlined. Like
You've still got the bardic
Stick your head
inspiration,
on.
remember?
You do still
I
have bardic
think you want to
inspiration.
use the bardic
You
inspiration.
can add a d6 to that.
I'm not gonna add a d6 to that.
Fair enough. You watch it. It opens. It closes. You do the little pause Brutus does before he starts any running. You set your feet. Opens. It closes. You start running. You dive. You slam straight into it.
I pick myself up and I stand up and I'm wet because I've fallen in the water and that's not nice. And
Yep.
and I say get up and I go, well,
Nice,
maybe
you fell in the water. That's always good.
maybe you wanna, yeah, you like that sort of thing, I know. But come on, one of you go through and pass the crates through, and maybe we'll be able to just get off of this bloody sea cucumber.
I'll try to get through. And I
Captain, I feel like there's a big clam in here, and it's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
What?
Big shell thing making me feel wobbly in tummy.
A
As
shell?
You hear the thud as Vinless bounces off the membrane.
did I make it?
No.
Oh,
Castle,
You
I'll
were a
try
lot
now.
closer.
and I just swim through.
Just bodies slamming against it.
Yep. Unfortunately, because you also failed to make it through. Brutus
Yeah.
made it look so easy.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of skirts that are now wet and unwieldy.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk over to the hole. I'm gonna take my crowbar out, put it in the hole, and just rip it open wide.
Yeah. And as you do, you hear the hole rips open. You hear this sharp scream. The walls of the entire ship vibrate with this scream. And the clam behind you is up.
Oh, beans.
That's...
I told you this was a living being.
Hang on
Oh,
a
no.
second. There it is. These bluish purple tentacles start jutting out of the wall through the small holes you'd seen before. The clam opens up and there's a giant bluish brain inside it.
What kind of weird sea creature is this?
Can't permission to beat the brain.
And roll for initiative.
Hey!
Yeah, Bruce.
Oh
rolls
my god! I
natural.
just it's an ultra mimic. This entire boat is a mimic.
Oh, we almost had that as an airship in the campaign. That was a complete mimic.
Oh my
Then we
days.
forgot all about it and left it somewhere.
I wonder
Right
that,
then.
so that's probably why. That's probably why all the crew were dead. Because the ship they thought they were getting on was actually a mimic.
And as these tentacles start to strike out Brutus, you've got pretty quick reactions. You spin round at this time, and you see these tentacles jutting.
Brutus, seeing seeing all the tentacles and seeing the glowing brain, he's just gonna. He'll take a look. He'll look at the captain, and then look at the brain and start punching at it with his arms. Wham! And wham! I'm gonna make that first one a stunning strike, if I may.
That'll depend on it hitting.
Does the 22 hit?
And still say yes.
Okay, so I'll try and stunning strike that one.
Alright, give me 1 second. Sorry, I've lost its sheet.
I'm sure a boat won't have a DC save of. They won't have a high constitution.
It does manage to pass somehow.
Oh, shame. I'll use a flurry of blows and hit it 2 more times. Wham, wham. Terrible damage. But there we go.
Oh, 1 hits.
Yeah, that's Brutus.
All right then. Vinless.
Well,
This membrane's been torn open by Brutus. You can see through it now. Tendrils and the brain inside.
then I will Eldritch Blast on them, on the brain.
Blast the brain. Go for it.
Hey.
Oh,
That'll hit the brain.
Would it?
tight.
I'm not certain. And then I will do another one.
Oh my god.
That will
What?
hit the brain.
This should give me something extra. I mean, come on.
Gives you bragging rights for getting 2 natural 20s in a row.
That is the extra, yeah.
Damn, this never happens to me.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, well, that's about it.
One sec. There we go. I'm just fighting this sheet. All right then. And the creature. I really shouldn't put those tentacles there. I'm going to move the tentacles. They're annoying me. And as the Eldritch Blast slam into this brain, the clamshell slowly closes over it.
Oh, it's armored itself.
There's only fight with the sheet again. 1 second. The tendrils lash out towards Brutus. So 18 to 13 for you, Brutus.
Both miss.
Both miss? Jesus.
Yep.
What'd your AC go?
My AC is 19.
Tendrils at the edges start reaching out and one slaps against Cassia. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, no, that hits. Ouch.
Ouch.
That's 7 bludgeoning for you.
Jeez.
And one against Vinless, which is a 12.
The sea is no longer singing to us. I can't hear any music.
The sea should be playing combat music currently.
Yeah, I
There
hear
is
combat
combat
music.
Yeah.
You need to turn it up in the settings, Croy.
You may need to turn up the combat music. As the tendrils lash out at everybody. And the clamshell closes. Captain Thule.
Croy, it would be under the music settings, not the main settings.
I've already been there. I'm just double checking. Nope. Okay, I'll refresh in a minute. Sorry, guys, no music coming currently through there, which despite it looking like it should be.
Very
Right.
piratey.
Oi, missing out on my favourite shanties. Not very happy about this, so I push myself furiously into a rage. I have the cutlass in my hand, and I slam and not caring at all rip through as I cut or walk in, whichever's easiest if I can get a free action to get through the damn thing now. Brutus has smashed
Yeah,
it.
it's just a move action at this point. Brutus has mostly ripped it open.
And I do battle in the midst next to my trusted crewmate who's in about it, and I slash out, first of all, to the left of me and then to the right.
Yeah. You start to slash out at these tendrils. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
I've lost me cutlass again. Why is that?
Why are you having issues?
I'll
Definitely
use my
your
old
inventory.
bird.
It's at the top.
All right. Interesting. 14. 22.
Yeah, the 22 hits.
I need a
Just
wisdom.
slash against it.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't have a bonus action to use, so I use that to go into a rage. Do that next time.
Use that to get angry.
All right. That's me.
Alright then. And Cassia.
Cool. I probably am going to swear at these tendrils again because I don't really like being hit by them, and that was rude. And how dare they touch me?
This is a fair argument.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
And I'm also going to cast Bardic Inspiration on, as soon as I find it, Brutus.
Hey.
Although that was a terrible roll.
I'll take it.
Hang on. These tendrils are one token, so it's messing with everything.
Inspiration.
That's also what I was thinking, yes.
You also watch that.
Yep.
Deerstalker are great.
Yeah.
When the clamshell was open, did the top of the clamshell look like it would have a pocket above the brain when it was open?
No, it seemed to mostly secure around it, like maybe
Be
play flat on
flush.
the wood.
Okay.
It was fairly flush to the brain portion.
Okay, Brutus would know from clams that is a muscle that holds them flat.
This is true.
This doesn't help him anyway because I've realized I can't use my arms to. Well, maybe I can. Okay, Brutus is going to move up to the thing. And he's going to try and lift it. He's going to try and open it with his tentacles.
Okay, sure. Roll me. It's a grapple, so roll me athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics, did you say?
Yeah. Functionally, it's a grapple, so.
How? Okay. My arms martial self did let me use my wisdom modifier in place of strength checks and strength saving throws. This doesn't count as that, right?
Not really, but that's a fair.
Okay,
Go
I'll
ahead and
use
just roll me
acrobatics.
wisdom
That's
and
fine.
proficiency.
Hmm?
If you're using the tentacles, just go ahead and roll me wisdom with proficiency.
I'm not sure how to add the proficiency, but this is +4. I'm not trained in. Oh, I am trained in athletics. I'm just blind. So that would be 17. Add that bardic inspiration, make it an 18.
You can re-roll that bardic inspiration. Sure, roll.
Oh well, I'll do that then. The D6.
Yep.
I'll
Make an
keep the
18
one,
then.
thank you.
And yeah, you jam tentacles in, manage to force this clamshell open. The brain of the creature is revealed. Good thing you
Bonus
had
action.
that bardic inspiration from Cass.
I know. Bonus action, patient defense.
Sure. You become defensive as
that's
the
me
brain opens. Vinlis, you see Brutus forcing open this clam, revealing squishy inside.
Let's see. No, that won't work. Just looking at gust of wind if I might be able to blow off the top of the clam.
It seems fairly solid.
Yeah, that will not work, and I don't think I can use the wind wall for it. No, because it rises from the ground. And I do not want to use a fireball because if I place it somewhere where I won't hit Brutus, then I might destroy all the cargo.
Brutus can take it.
I can take it. I'm a monk.
Huh? Yeah, you might take it, but the cargo might not. So
just don't hit the cargo.
Well, then I'll hit all of us. So I'm just gonna use some Eldritch Blasts again. That's the first one.
Yep. Blast straight into the squishy brain parts.
And the second one.
As does that. Yeah, it seems fairly easy to hit now that the squishy brain parts are. You slam both attacks straight into the squishy brain parts. Right.
Yeah, well, I did my blasting.
Blasted it.
Yeah.
Anything else from you?
The stream's frozen, yeah. Or at least
Well, the
all our
cameras.
cams are.
Oh, he's
Oh,
broken
so
it.
the cameras are frozen.
Just picture of Croy staring directly at the camera while it's frozen.
It's fixed. Well,
Yeah, for you. But
Josh
not
is
for us.
fixed.
I'm fixed. Just realised I still have that light on.
Yeah. Australian internet, it'll be fixed next week.
Sounds about right. And as Vinlis attacks this shell, this clam creature thing, you see, Brutus especially, you see two more tendrils that reach up from the brain itself, reach out. One of them curls towards you, Brutus.
That doesn't sound fun.
So 14 to hit.
That's a miss. Was that a disadvantage?
No, you're on patient defense. It should have been. Fair enough. It's less than a
checking.
14 to hit.
That still does not hit.
Potentially less than a 14. The other one is a 15 to hit.
It does not hit.
Alright then.
Yeah, monks are very hard to hit.
The tendrils, two lash out at you, Brutus. Which is still a disadvantage. Which miss. Completely. And two lash
Dodge
out
took
towards Captain Thule.
Determined dodge.
So 23 to hit, Captain.
Aye, it's me.
5 bludgeoning damage, halved because you're raging, so 2 bludgeoning damage.
Almost scratched me temporary hit points.
And it's your turn.
Well, I get it. But I see the sense in what Brutus is doing. I run forward as best I can, and slash this brain with me cutlass. My scythe.
Nice cutlass.
Jeez, Louise.
nice.
I'll do
And
it. So,
hit it
crit.
again. Not so good for some reason the second time.
No, you managed to miss it the second time, despite it being a massive open clam.
It's got tentacles
Easy to
lashing
hit.
about everywhere.
Overreached the first attack, I think. Brought it back and hit the side, the stony bit.
Just a little.
It's a bit scared of me, I hope. I don't know how it's going to run away if it is.
Oh god, you don't want the ship to try and run away from you while you're in it.
I didn't say I did that, so I'm not going to use it. But I'll do it this time. I speak to the weapon and I bring forth its eerie green flame shimmering along the...
Tiny. And Cass.
I think I'm gonna shoot color spray at the tentacle-y things on the side. So kind of, can I cast that in a diagonal, sort of towards the,
It's a cone. You aim it towards the tentacles.
yeah.
I believe the tentacles are also the mimic. I mean,
You aim it towards the tentacles.
I'm trying to get it to like angle, but I don't know how to like move the coney
It's
thing.
fine, it doesn't matter.
oh, how cute! Aquatic flowers are growing.
It's already covered in
Yeah.
magic glass.
And I guess too, I'll probably aim some bardic inspiration at Ventus.
Yeah. Tentacles are blinded. Let's not do that.
The creature with no eyes is blinded.
Was that Vinless? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yay.
spreading it around.
Share the love.
Have an
Yeah.
inspiration. Brutus does not have an inspiration. He used it.
I'm just that awesome that I'm so inspiring and stuff.
These
Just
tendrils are one
look at
token,
me.
so I can't click any other token in this room now.
Well,
Yeah, it's an awkward token, that.
And at the top of the round, you all hear this voice that, to each of you, sounds oddly like your own, that booms into your head, echoing as if it is passing through a great volume of water to get to you, but still clear. And each of you in your own voice hear, "We make more of ourselves in the sea. You made more of yourselves on the land and loved yourselves, and then you came here. One moon you will retire and make more of yourselves, but now more of myselves are here, growing soon to join the sea, to make more of themselves. You come to take them away, to stop ourselves? Are there enough seas for us?"
Brutus is gonna stare at the brain, like holding back like a fist, and just go,
No, we're here for the chest. We don't care about your babies.
and I wasn't born on the land.
We take the chest and we leave your babies. We're right to leave.
You guys should really find yourself a decent PR manager and get them to write your statements to people.
It doesn't seem to respond to your question, Brutus.
I'll ask it again in Primordial.
Nothing?
Like you can speak primordial.
Aye.
Vinless understands you.
I'll ask it again in Dwarvish. You never know.
Are you going to use your entire turn asking it things in different languages?
Yeah.
There's only so much you can fit into 6 seconds.
I'm gonna say that to her, and I'm just gonna stop hitting it and just be like, and then just finish with,
Wait,
We might be able to reason with this thing, Captain.
is this a beast that can breathe water?
Technically, one supposes it is a beast that can breathe water, yes.
Because I can communicate simple ideas with beasts that can breathe water.
what I will do if I have movement is I'll try and move around to the back of the clan.
Yeah.
The drunken clan?
I want to move over to the boxes, so I'm gonna go around, not just leap over it.
Yeah, you leap over it and move back. It doesn't seem to stop you.
Aye, well.
And I'll start getting ready to pick up boxes, but I'll send them my turn.
Vinless.
Well, I'm thinking because it's a water creature. Well, I have that idea. I just stick my head in the water and talk through the water, and ask him. We take the stuff. We'll leave you alone.
Yeah. You stick your head in the water and you Aquaman at it. And you see this
I'm not
flash
going
in your
to-
mind of just absolute darkness. Nothing all around you. But that doesn't really seem like a response. That seems like a dial tone.
Yeah, sorry. The number you're trying to connect is not in order. Please try again later. Then I'm not going to attack.
Okay.
After that he was talking, I notice it has intelligence, so I'm not attacking.
Yeah.
Oh no. Cam full, no.
He's a strong captain, he's not a clever captain. The clam, without being held open, creaks to close again. Captain Thule,
whatever you're doing,
Brutus
Brutus,
leapt over it.
do it quickly. And I start cutting a swathe through the. This is the perfect tool to be cutting vines with. It's a sight. It's a. Yeah, I mean, you know.
It's
so
like it's made for it.
I'm just going ham on the tendrils to try and cut a path through.
Damn, that's some good, good hits.
2 solid
And it's
hits.
got Fear Flame as well, so I get to roll 2d6 on top of that. Wow.
Damn.
And then it has to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened. Twice.
Make a wisdom save. Yep. And it passes both. You wouldn't know that, but it doesn't seem to be obviously frightened of you.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's me.
Right. And Cassia.
Well, I'm not super happy that this thing's been digging or sending messages in my brain. So I think I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force at it. And I think I'm gonna or at least I'm assuming it's a creature, right?
It appears to be a creature. It's got a brain. It's got limbs of some kind.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think I'll probably just have it like it's being blasted apart or something in its head. So we will cast that.
Yeah. Intelligence save. That's unfortunate. Go ahead and roll me 1d6 of damage for that. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
It definitely, you feel the spell take hold. You definitely think whatever it's seeing as a result of trying to tell it that it's blasting it apart, whatever it's seeing is definitely injuring it. Anything else from you?
I think I'm good. I feel like everyone's bardically inspired and stuff at this point.
Everyone's somewhat inspired. And Brutus, it comes back around to you. The presence that was in your mind seems to be gone. You leapt over it, but the captain's still attacking it. You can hear him slashing against the tendril.
I'm gonna shout over to the captain to say, "Captain, I think it'll leave us alone if we just take the chest and don't hit it." And then I'll try and lift up 2 of the chest with my astral arms. One under each tentacle.
Alright then. They're not as heavy as you'd expect. The cargo must be relatively light. Maybe it's silks or something. But it's what you were told to get. Marked crates.
I'm actually... No. I mean, Brutus cares enough. I'm going to... Do we still have my full movement carrying these crates?
Carrying these crates through here, it'd be considered difficult to...
So half.
You're still a monk, so...
It's true, but I've only got 1 key point left, so... I'm just gonna... I'll just... hop back over... move 20 feet... Get back to the captain... Hold these crates and just say, "Captain, we can just grab these and go. It won't hit us. Didn't hit me then." That's it. I'm putting myself in perfect comedic position to be hit. Well, hopefully it doesn't.
Vinless.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Perhaps he definitely wants to beat this thing up.
So it didn't get any reaction from the creature?
It didn't seem to react at all, no. I mean, the clamshell closed, but it didn't react to you otherwise.
How heavy are the crates that Brutus is carrying?
I mean, he's got one under each arm, and you're fairly certain he's not the strongest person around, so... I'll pick up one.
Are they heavier than 10 pounds?
Definitely.
Because I was wondering if I might take one with my mage hand.
No, yeah, for the sake of that, they are. They're heavier than 10 pounds. They're not overly heavy, but they're heavy enough that you need to use your real hand.
Or your tentacle hands.
Well, the sorts of hand are available.
Because the mission was to take all those chests, or...
Yep.
Yes, you were told to retrieve all of the cargo that's down here. All of the marked cargo.
Well, I'll just try to open the clam again by attacking it.
Yeah.
Because it's still trying to attack us, isn't it?
It seems to be. I mean, Captain Tool's attacking it. That's a hit.
First attack. Does it open?
It doesn't, but you definitely hit it. You see a scorch mark against the top of the clam.
It's force damage. I don't believe it makes scorch marks.
You see a force mark against the top of the clam. A dent. You see a dent on the clam.
And I will shoot the second one as well.
And with that hit, it blasts the top of the clam open. The brain is revealed.
Go for it! And that's my turn.
On the Ultra Mimic's turn. You all see this vision of what seems to be a human man in a diving suit of some kind. This very primitive sort of leather suit. Excitedly waving at something, your perspective, at you. And then scooping some slime stuff into a metal canister, swimming away. And you blink, you're back in the cargo hold, the brain opens up in front of you.
Wonder if he was making eye serum as well.
And Captain Phil, you watch as this purple tentacle reaches outside the brain, reaches towards you. Does a 20 hit you?
Probably. Oh, yeah.
Alright then. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, halved to 2. And just make me an athletics check with advantage for raging.
Hang on, that wasn't the advantage. That was me pressing return on something. Right, here we go. Athletics.
Yep.
There's another one. 20.
It starts trying to wrap around your neck as if to grapple you, and you quickly whip up a hand and brush it off.
Oh,
It-
oh.
It slaps into you, take the damage, but you stop it from wrapping around you.
No touchy.
And you watch as Brutus leaps over the shell, holding his crates in both hands, and another tentacle is out to. That's a complete miss. That's a natural one. He's too fast.
And now all the tentacles are all in knots.
The smaller tendrils emerging out of the walls slap against you. It's a 15 to hit and a 25 to hit.
What's it?
Both hits. Total of 5 bludgeoning. I've already halved that. Total of 10 bludgeoning, halved 5. And your turn. Come.
Open up those crates. And then, as
We
you
don't
run
love to
past,
open them.
and then open up those crates, and then I slash the scythe down into the brain twice.
Nice.
Both hit.
Okay,
You slash
and
down
then
with this brain.
2d6 extra damage, psychic damage.
Yep.
Or 10 points, and then 2 saving throws to see if it's scared. It might retreat its presence from mice.
You know that if the brain retreats, we all retreat because we're inside the creature.
Yep. Stat block, actually. Yeah, never mind. Alright. Anything else from you, Captain?
Yeah, I just roar again. Brutus, open those crates!
But sniffing, not hearing. Establish this. Cassia.
I am going to blast color spray at the base of those tentacle things again.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Tail the tentacles. They are.
So sad that those 6d10s aren't damage.
No, they're hit points affected. It's like sleep. Confusing.
Yay.
Well, they are definitely blinded. The tendrils, as much as tendrils could be blinded, they're whipping around with no idea of where they're hitting. Definitely.
I feel that would make them more dangerous.
Anything else from you, Cass?
I think I'm pretty right at this point.
Brutus.
Where were the quote-unquote bottles? How far away
Further
were they?
back in the sort of
Here?
in the midsection towards the stern, just in general.
Round here.
Scattered about the place. Your
Okay.
closest hidden Paul saying here doesn't.
Oh, by the L-shaped white things.
Yes, by the L-shaped white things.
Cool. I'm gonna turn to Captain and just say, Captain, we were told not to open these, we won't get paid. Second, I have a plan. Stop hitting it. I put the crates on the floor, and then I'm gonna run 40 feet over to where the eggs are. I'm gonna pick up 2 of the eggs, and I'm gonna shout as loud as I can. We mean you no harm. Let us take the cargo, or we'll kill all your babies.
As you pick them up, you notice they do seem to be sort of
Are they ships in a bottle?
floppy and open. They look like they might be the casings of eggs. They don't look like they're containing anything.
I'm still gonna shout that.
Yeah, you
As
do so.
try and spook it.
You don't get a response. Captain Thulke is rolling real low intelligence saves. Love it. Vinless.
He said he was screaming not to attack. So yeah. I'm gonna go towards Brutus here. And the eggs are all shells, or are there some still there?
All you can see around you seems to be shell. Maybe they once held something, but they don't seem to hold anything now.
Brutus, I think it will not help because these eggs are empty.
The more the fret, I'll kill our babies.
And that's my turn.
Right then. The brain creature thing. You all, again, feel this thing creeping into your mind, and you see these visions of what seem to be looking up from the bottom of a small pool. A rain of iron filings falling down. You feel a hunger like they're delicious food to you. A flash of darkness, a different vision, passing through the waters around Felke, around the island that you're now on. Moving around, exploring. A great growing hunger. The darkness again. Deep water. Some sort of massive iron falling down. Again, that feeling of hunger, of delicious. The iron must taste delicious. The massive iron shape as it falls down, you all recognise as a ship's anchor. Darkness, and you're back in the cargo hold. This, whatever it is, these visions, something. Captain Thule.
Oh!
That was very informative.
Yeah. Learned a lot.
You missed with one. Quite impressive, really.
Question about that weapon. Did you just use the homebrew for it because it still says not proficient?
It doesn't actually affect the numbers. It's just there's a separate tick box that can make it proficient. It doesn't actually affect the rolls at all.
Okay.
I just haven't ticked the tick box that makes it proficient. It doesn't even matter. Anyway,
Hacking away at the brain.
hacking away at the brain. And it's definitely taking damage, and as you rest after your second sight hit, the waters around the brain swell, and it blasts out this water. Captain and Cass both make me a strength saving throw.
Does my rage affect this?
Yeah, you have advantage on all strength saves. While you're still angry,
There we go.
I'll do it.
Not
Yeah.
enough.
You both manage to stand through it as this water splashes against you, as if the creature's trying to force you back, but doesn't affect you. And Cass.
I think I head over towards where they've got the empty eggshelly things.
Yeah.
And I think at this point we've got the crates out of there, right? Like,
We've got two of many.
Two of them.
Well, no, actually, we haven't. I left them by the captain.
oh,
The captain's got two of them. There's several more. Actually, the title surge would have washed those back, so they're probably closer to you than they are to the captain.
cool.
If only the cat could get here.
There's two crates here. This is my excellent artwork.
And I think I'm probably just gonna, like, shout insults at the tentacles again. Because why not?
Shout insults at it. Always works. It's a staple bard move, that.
Yeah. It's always good, though, when you basically get crits. Not crits. The other ones. The bad ones.
It's not like your insults.
No.
Alright. Anything else from you, Cass?
I think I'm good.
Alright then. Brutus.
Bruce takes a deep breath and sighs, seeing his captain's too far lost into the bloodlust, and he knows better than to question the captain when he's like this. So he'll just throw the eggs over his shoulders, crack his knuckles, and then charge back into the fray. So rush back up, and then bring the two tentacle arms down. Smack.
That's it.
A question. Oh no, never mind. It's more than one size bigger than me, isn't it?
That wasn't a question, that was a statement.
Is it more than one size bigger than me?
It is, yes.
Cool, never
You can
mind.
tell from how it occupies literally 4x4 squares.
I'm going to use my last key point to try and do a stunning strike against the brain with that first hit.
Excellent. The brain does not appear to be stunned.
Well, I'll hit it again.
You can, however, hit it again.
And that's it.
The brain does appear to be slightly concussed.
I'll concuss the brain, and I hope I get a crit at some point.
Vinless, you're not entirely sure what's going on here. Brutus told you all to stop, and then he ran back in and started punching it again, so...
Well, I'll just blast some Eldritch to them, to the brain.
That's a hit.
And second one,
Also a hit.
that is 22 damage in total. Not bad.
It's definitely... I mean, it's a brain, you're not really sure how to tell that a brain looked injured, but it's definitely... The pulsating's getting slower and slower. In general, it feels like whatever controls this creature, it's less powerful than it was.
Alright.
Pulsating's not getting slower because I can't get it to change. Never mind that bit. Anything else from you, Vinless?
Nope.
Alright then.
I'll keep my distance. I'm not a close combat someone, so...
Yeah. And the darkness descends on you again. You see the visions, what you know to be an anchor falling towards you from great height. A smell of complexity of so many different minds, so many intelligence, great volumes of wood and iron and strange canvas, manta rays as large as waves. The feeling of attachment, of connecting to the bottom of this thing, this massive wooden thing. The sudden onset of a hunger like nothing you ever felt before. The urge to become more, to become multiple, to make more of yourself, and darkness, and you're back in the cargo hold. The last feeling you get is this terrible sadness of something reaching the end of its life. And blankness in your minds. Captain Thor, speaking of blankness in your mind, as the fear flame flickers across the scythe and you slam it into the brain for one last time. How do you want to kill this great brain?
Yeah.
Well demonstrated. And the clamshell closes over the brain. No glow left in the brain itself. The tendrils disappear back into the wall. Glow of this vessel of this space gone to nothing. The heartbeat that Vinlis heard and felt through his feet stopped.
Well, let's get the chest and get out of here.
Yeah, this place is creepy.
What are those flowers doing here?
Oh, you created those.
I see.
He puts his
Right.
hand on the clamshell.
Feels like a clamshell.
No, he's just got his hand on it in a moment of solidarity. The loss of a great thing.
Picks
He
up.
goes and helps start moving boxes. Actually, no, he doesn't. He goes to find the fucking Captain Pistain who's buggered off halfway through the fight.
You don't see him down here.
Captain, we're gonna go find the other captain. Force him to help us.
Yeah, I'm feeling a
You
bit
need the
weak,
captain,
but I pick
captain?
up his. Load me up! And I stand with my hands out, stacking the
How's your-
boxes.
I don't know how heavy they are, but I'm trying to pick them up, but I don't really have a lot of
You
strength.
can pick them up easily enough.
Okay.
You're not
So I
too
only
sure
have
about carrying too
11
many of them.
strength.
They're about 2 feet to a side, so it's more that they're bulky rather than that they're big.
Okay.
Sorry, they're about 60 centimeters to
Heavy.
a side. So it's more that they're bulky rather than that they're big.
Yeah. I carry 3.
And you manage to load the captain up with a few of them. You will start to notice as you're figuring out who can carry them, who can carry how many of them. The water level in here is definitely rising.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
What? It's only water.
Captain runs off with 3 of these crates.
I'll
I'll
take
have
some.
taken
of them
2 of them
on
as I
me,
go
but-
to find Captain Yorn.
Cass
Yeah.
probably only grabs about 1 because, like, I think I've got a strength of like 8.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
almost as much as mine.
I have a strength of 12, so.
You have more. You're stronger than I am.
Grab 1 crate and try and look like you're doing a lot of work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, if
You
I'm going to play out my character, then I'll say anything to avoid having to do extra work.
You grab
I-
1 crate.
I like a job well done, especially if I can convince someone else to do it.
Yeah. You drag some of the crates out. There's 4 or 5 crates left there after you've all grabbed as many as you wanted to grab. You
Do I
can-
find Captain Yorn on the next deck up?
You can't see him.
Hmm.
Go up, you take the crates up through the lower deck, through the upper deck, up onto the main deck itself. You still don't see him.
Can I smell them?
Make me a perception check.
At advantage?
Yes.
Damn.
Be
18.
happy you had advantage.
You smell something. What? The same thing you were smelling as you start to notice, same thing you were smelling the entire time. This, what assumes to be the scent of this creature. This being that is now dead. But you don't smell Captain Yurman.
Did anyone ever touch him?
Did anyone ever touch him? You don't remember?
I'll put if I can, then I'll put the chests down on the beach.
Yeah.
And then use my boss key point to whiz as fast as I can back down to the bottom of the boat.
Yeah. And you're all, well, you're mostly boat people. You know why there's 2 ladders at every hatch. So you all move up one as lures back down the other.
I'll grab as many more chests as I can and bring them out.
And a couple of trips for each of you. You get all the chests out.
I bet
The
I need
ship
to
isn't
get the
sinking
last
that
ones
fast.
because the water is rising.
Yeah, it's getting a bit high down here, but for the most part, the ship isn't sinking that fast. So Vinless manages, like the last few crates, take them up to escape the ship, as it were. As this. What? I mean, while you're outside again, when you're on the beach at the edge of Falke, it still just looks like a ship from this angle. You watch as it slowly shifts away from the beach and starts to sink down under the ocean.
Pull out the Lost Lovers Wail and play a somber tune as it sinks.
I might need to visit that thing once.
There's a few misnotes.
There are a few missing notes. And you see, off in the distance, the Grand Sonar, Lady Sonavella's flagship. The rowboat comes out from the side of it and comes across to the beach. Lady Sonavella stood at the stern of this boat. She looks over at you. Ah, you have my cargo. An excellent job, well done.
Your husband
Yeah,
dead.
You could have told us the ship was a mimic.
She looks and goes, I don't know what you mean. The ship was our flagship, our cargo hauler. I need you to retrieve the cargo. What is a mimic?
Vinless, I'm fairly certain it was eaten by the mimic.
Your ship was alive, milady. How about that?
It was disgusting.
And that's what a mimic is.
We made a new friend as well.
Hi.
I don't.
Apparently she was aboard the ship.
And there's
Also,
something else.
wrong with your stew.
Yeah.
She looks at you all again, counts you up, and goes, I'm sure there are. Did I hire 4 people for this?
No, I only hired the 3 of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, you hired my crew, and this is my crew, so thank you. We'll be taking
I see.
payment for the full crew, and also you might like to know that there's more of these things. They're breeding. I think
Sea
you've got
monsters
yourself
what eat ships.
Ships,
a real and
ships-
present danger,
Ships do not
milady.
breed, Captain Thuligo. They are ships. They are built.
No, I was
Yes.
eaten by a sea monster.
There are
These
things down
ships
there.
They're grown, and they can change themselves into ships.
I see.
You may think they're ships, but no.
Right, look at me. I look like a dog man, right? But now look at me and I bring the tentacles high up. Now I'm a dog man with tentacles. See how I changed? Now imagine that I eat ships.
Yeah,
And that's what you got.
I can make it even better. Look at me now. And I
Well, he's gonna take his
cast
clothes
Sky
off.
Self, and I turn into Boris. And now look at me.
What
It's
they're
like me,
trying
but
to
smaller.
illustrate is that what the very thing you rely upon to ply your trade across the seas is being hunted, milady, from underneath by something that finds every single one of your ships delicious.
Maybe
Now-
change up your trade routes.
You might want to think about that around this island.
Also, your husband's probably dead. Sorry about that.
Noted. Very well. Load the cargo. And she motions the crates towards the rope.
Can this robot hold all of these crates?
Probably if one of you wants to sit on them. I mean, you assume she's also going to roll you back, considering she offered you transport back.
I'll start loading.
It's a
Before my tentacles
tight
are-
squeeze. With the 11 crates you managed to retrieve, which was all of the marked crates, and the 4 of you trying to load on there, Brutus has to sit on the crates. But you get on, pretty much. She takes you back to the Grand Sonar. You climb up the ladders. A crew is dispatched to hoist the crates up. And she takes you to the stateroom at the back of the ship. And takes out a small
poop deck?
pouch from a cupboard. Under the poop deck.
Oh.
In the aft cabin. Do you need the diagram again?
It's just a funny word, poop deck.
It is. And she takes you into the aft cabin where Captain had previously met her. Counts out the gold from a small cupboard. She hands you this pouch full of gold. Captain?
I weighs it up in my hand to make sure it's exactly what it says it is.
It's gold. She agreed to pay you 250 gold per crate for all the crates you retrieved, and it feels like 2,750 gold. You're a captain, you know how to weigh these things.
That's
Yes.
a good match right there.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Then we'll await arrival at port.
Very well. And you are sent off to the cabins you used on the way here.
I'm
And
gonna go have a word with that chef.
Brutus goes off to seek revenge for the stew.
He's
As
gonna eat more stew.
the Grand Sonar, that is revenge. With stew like that is revenge.
Vengeance!
And the Grand Sonar sets under sail, and that's where we'll leave this adventure.
Ugh.
Yarr. The new
The ultramatic
discovery.
threat is far from defeated, but at least someone is warned.
Oh, dark
First
times.
contact. Excellent.
Dark tidings.
Excellent.
Oh, I like being a pirate.